Hello again, boys and girls. We're going to read a story today about a mouse, but not just any mouse, a very strong mouse. Here he is, Mr Strongmouse. And this story is about Mr Strongmouse and the baby. Well, you can see him on the front. He looks very strong, lifting these heavy weights with one hand. The story's by Hiawyn Oram and the pictures are by Lynne Chapman. Let's have a look inside. Mr Strongmouse and the baby. Perhaps that's the baby. We'll find out. Mr Strongmouse and the baby. So this might be where he lives. There are some little houses. There's a gym, a mouse mart, which is like a supermarket. Let's find out. That looks like the baby. Let's see if that is. Once there was a strong mouse. Here he is. He looks strong. He was this strong. Can you see he's carrying all the shopping? And this strong. He's wheeling a wheelbarrow full of earth. And this strong. He's lifting up the settee, the sofa, while he's hoovering, vacuuming the house. Then he started going to the gym, doing exercises, and he got this strong. Mr. Big of Big Fairgrounds saw how strong he was and asked him to become, what was it? The Fairgrounds Mr. Strongmouse, the one and only Mr. Strongmouse. He's unbelievable. Between the Dodgems and the Dippers, Mr. Showy of Showy TV saw, is this Mr. Showy? Oh, there's Mr. Showy. Saw how strong he was and asked him to become the star of his own Strongmouse series on television. And look, he's lifting up a very fat pig. By now he could snap a tree trunk, snap, and lift a car. But he'd grown so strong, he was too strong for his own good. Well, let's find out what that means. He pulled handles off doors and doors off their hinges. And he broke his own furniture just mashing potato. He was too strong for the table. Wherever he went, whatever he did, he caused crashings and collapsings. Oh dear, well, even when he went shopping. He caused shatterings. Looks like he's dancing here, and he's broken the floor in the disco. And floodings, even when he wanted a milkshake. And still each morning he flexed his muscles in the mirror and said, I am the strongest mouse in the world. I can do anything. And then one day, Mrs. Petalsoft came flying out of her house next door crying, Help, Mr. Strongmouse. I've got to go out this very minute. It's an emergency. Will you take care of my baby? Well, Mr. Strongmouse wasn't sure, but he had no time to say no. And the next thing there was, strongest mouse in the world was left in charge of a little baby. Yikes, he cried. I'd better tiptoe about quietly. But he pulled the door off its hinges. But could Mr. Strongmouse tiptoe about quietly? He could not. Oh dear, he's breaking the stairs. And the baby's crying. Wah! Went the baby. Crash. Oops, said Mr. Strongmouse. You are so wide awake, I'd better give you something nice to eat fast. But could Mr. Strongmouse feed a baby fast? What do you think? Yes, too fast. Flat, splat went the baby. Oops, said Mr Strongmouse. You're so covered in green stuff, I better clean you up in a nice warm bath. But could Mr Strongmouse give a baby a nice warm bath? What do you think? No, he could not. Wow, went the baby. The water went everywhere. Wah, wah. Whoa, said Mr Strongmouse. It seems like being strong doesn't mean I can do everything. No, indeed, said Mrs Petalsoft, coming home and surveying the mess. If you ask me, Mr Strongmouse, you need some lessons in being gentle. You're right, cried Mr Strongmouse. I've got too strong for everybody's good. So from now on, I shall only use my strength to make myself useful. And can you see he's bending the tree to get the kite? And that is just what he did, helping the school bus that had got stuck in the snow. He also took Mrs Petalsoft's advice and enrolled in Softly Does It School. So he started to learn how to do things carefully, like icing cakes. And this is where he worked so hard, he came top of his class, proving once and for all, you can be the strongest mouse in the world and still be Mr. Very, very gentle. Well, he's winking. I think he knows what to do now. Mr Strongmouse, there he is, holding up the pig. And here he is on the front cover, holding some heavy weights. Mr Strongmouse and the baby. Super story. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.